Yes,
Yeah.
we are live, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. You can ask.
Sir, I'm also starting the recording just in case I'm starting the recording.
Recording,
As well.
I will also start here. Okay.
Okay, please start the recording, sir. I'm starting now, sir.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. A sincere apology for the delay in starting of the quiz. We've had some technical issues which have been resolved now, and we're all set for the All India Intercollegiate Military History Quiz. And once again, our apologies for the delay.
You're recording anyway?
Well,
recording anyway, right? Because recording doesn't work here. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, okay, fine.
Welcome to the second edition of the Colors of Glory All India Intercollegiate Online Military History Quiz. I am Aparna Chandrasekharan, a life member of the Colors of Glory Foundation and your MC for the event. Before we commence the event, let me take a few moments to tell you all about the Colors of Glory Foundation. This is the first organization of its kind in India, dedicated exclusively to the cause of promoting the country's military heritage. While we have heritage organizations for almost every sphere of human activity in India, be it art, literature, or politics, warfare alone does not enjoy this privilege, despite our having a rich military past. It is this grave anomaly that our founders set out to rectify by raising the Colors of Glory Foundation 6 years ago. We will now play a short audio clip to articulate the mission of our foundation.
Our mission: finding a firm place for our armed forces in people's hearts and minds. From Flanders fields to Mesopotamia, from North Africa and Italy to Burma, nearly 4 million soldiers of the Indian Army fought overseas during the 2 world wars, and 150,000 of them perished. The origin of that army, which constituted the largest voluntary force in each of those wars, dates back to the 1700s, when the English East India Company, EIC, began recruiting sepoy levies in the Carnatic and Gangetic plains, and later in West and Northwest India. Initially raised as 3 presidency armies, Madras, Bengal and Bombay, they were later amalgamated to form a single one that, through years of constant battling, molded itself into a magnificent fighting force with few equals in the world. Following the trend, a sea arm took shape which was eventually to form the Indian Navy, its genesis marked by the induction of Indian sailors into the Bombay Marine, a force created by the EIC in the early 1600s to protect its coastal interests. Then, over the years, as aerial combat evolved, Indian flyers also took to the skies, the fledgling Indian Air Force cutting its teeth in the bloody frontier wars of the Northwest, in which were once engaged the Royal Flying Corps. The gallant traditions of unflinching courage under fire these intrepid soldiers, sailors and airmen wove in blood continue to inspire their worthy descendants in India's armed forces, who have risen to the occasion time and time again since independence to write their own chapters of valor and sacrifice while defending the nation's integrity. Yet, the country at large remains barely conscious of its prowess in arms and glorious military heritage. Even the many glorious Indian feats of arms after independence, from Zojila to Bomdila, and Philora to Bogra, and Basantar and Tiger Hill, have already faded into obscurity in the country's collective consciousness. Colors of Glory seeks to fill this gap by promoting awareness of India's proud military heritage, while popularizing literature and art forms with a military theme, opening vistas of military tourism and memorializing battles and war heroes.
Having heard about our mission, we now present a very short video that illustrates the range of activities carried out by the Colors of Glory Foundation.
செக் பண்ணிங்க.
That was just a glimpse of some of our principal events and did not include the innumerable indoor events like meetings, presentations, documentary shows, and a series of webinars we have been hosting virtually for the past 2 years when the pandemic constrained us from holding in-person events. We have been hosting the Intercollegiate quiz since 2018, but those were in-person events wherein the participation was limited to Chennai city colleges. It is the pandemic that forced us to have an online quiz for the first time last year. It turned out to be a blessing in disguise because we found it attracts a larger participation by students from all over India. Therefore, we have now made it an annual feature. We are glad that we are having more teams from outside Chennai participating this year than last year, and are confident their numbers will keep increasing in the coming years. The objective of hosting this event is not merely to have a competition, but to generate an interest in military history amongst the student community and to educate them about our rich Indian military heritage. That is why we have helped you prepare through keywords that you could research on. If you all have done a reasonable amount of homework, we assure you that you will find this quiz an enjoyable experience. The cash awards that we have instituted are rupees 10,000 for the winning team, rupees 7,000 for the first runner-up, rupees 5,000 for the second runner-up, and 3,000 rupees each for the remaining 3 finalist teams. Apart from this, the first 10 top scoring teams after the finalists will also receive a cash award of rupees 1,000 each for meritorious performance. These are special awards that were instituted by a revered army veteran and the first ever member of our foundation, Colonel K.L. Krishna Prasad. Sadly, he is no more with us, having succumbed to cancer in 2020. A great philanthropist who loved youth-oriented initiatives, he was so noble-hearted that these awards found a place in his will. Therefore, we call it Colonel Krishna Prasad Meritorious Awards. We solemnly remember him on this occasion. Before I hand you over to the quiz master, Colonel Sundar, let me introduce him to all of you. Colonel S.V. Sundar is a graduate of the Presidency College, Chennai, and holds a master's degree in Defense and Strategic Studies from the University of Madras, where he won 2 gold medals, one for his academic excellence and another for his dissertation on India's nuclear strategy. During his army career, spanning 25 years as an officer in the mechanized infantry, he served in all operational sectors. The highlight of his career was a tenure in Siachen Glacier at extreme high altitude of over 17,000 feet, where he carried out special operations as part of the Special Frontier Force, which remains classified till date. Post-retirement, he has held the prestigious appointment of the Dean of Academics of the Institute of Cost Accountants in Chennai, and has also served as the Additional Director of Army Welfare Education Society for 9 years before opting for full-time retirement. Besides his favorite hobbies of reading and writing, he is a passionate lover of the Himalayas and makes it a point to visit those mountains every year. Over to you, Colonel Sundar.
Thank you, Aparna. All right. I'm your quiz master, Colonel Sundar. And I know all of you are raring to go to the quiz, and there has been a slight delay. Firstly, heartiest congratulations to all the 6 who made it to the finals. All the best of luck for today and happy quizzing. I hope all of you are able to hear me clearly. All right. Now, before we get down to the actual quizzing, there are a few ground rules which I shall be explaining to all the 6 teams and the participants. As I go through the explanation of the rules, in case you have any doubt at any particular point in time, kindly unmute or raise your hands and clarify these doubts before we commence the quiz, because it is very, very important that you understand these rules loud and clear, and there is an absolute understanding so that the quizzing proceeds smoothly. Firstly, the pattern of the quiz. There will be a total of 36 questions in this quiz. The first 24 will be straight answer questions and the balance 12 multiple choice. There will be no negative marking throughout the quiz. This is a big bonus because even in case you do not know the answer, you could hazard an educated guess and hope to hit the bullseye. That's clear? All right. For your ease, the questions will be displayed on the screen, and I will simultaneously be reading out these questions for the benefit of the participants. So will be the case with the answers. Are we clear on this till now, all of you? A small recap. Total 36 questions, 24 straight answer, balance 12 multiple choice. No negative marking throughout. Questions will be displayed. I will read them out simultaneously. So will be the case with the answers. Now going on to part 2, the rules for the straight answer questions. Scoring pattern. 10 marks for the correct answer, nil for the wrong answer. A very, very simple scoring. And I've already told you no negative marking. Sequencing. When I say sequencing, the first question will be posed to team 1. Then we will move clockwise, going from team 1 to team 6, and then in the reverse direction from team 6 to team 1. The same will be the case for the passing of the questions. Now let us say I have posed the question to team 3. If we are going in the clockward direction, the answer will pass from team 3 to team 4 in case team 3 is unable to answer the question. Is that clear? When we are coming in the reverse direction, when I post the question to team 3, unfortunately, if we are unable to answer the question as the time is over, the question will pass to team 2 and not the team in the onto the right hand side. Is this point clear? In any case, I will be prompting which team is to answer the question. This is just to explain how the sequencing will take place. Now, if the team to which the question has been posed, let us say it is team 1, I have posed the question to team 1 and team 1 does not know the answer and they keep silent. There is a timing and I will tell you how this timing will happen. As soon as I post the question to team 1, at the end of the question, I will say, your time starts now. The moment the word now is heard, the timekeeper who is sitting next to me will start the stopwatch. And at the end of 30 seconds, he will sound the buzzer. As he sounds the buzzer, I will also say, time over, question passes to team 2. It is only on my prompt of saying the question passes to team 2 that team 2 will attempt to answer the question. Now, team 2 will have to answer this question instantly because the 30-second period for consideration has already over. So I will just do it for you. Let us say team question passes to team 2. I will give a brief pause of 3 to 5 seconds. which is adequate for team 2 to answer the question. After saying question passes to team 2, I will keep quiet. The team can either say pass or automatically I will pass on the question and say question passes to team 3. Is this clear to everybody? So it is only after my prompt of saying question passes to team number so-and-so that question will attempt to answer that particular, give the answer to that particular question. Is this clear? All right. The next is if the team to which the question has been asked answers before 30 seconds. Like I asked the question to team 1. Team 1 thinks that they know the answer and they answer immediately and the answer is wrong. So the moment the question is answered and the team has answered within say 5 or 10 seconds, I will say wrong answer, but the timekeeper will ensure that that full 30 seconds elapses and then he presses the buzzer and I will then pass on the question so that this 30-second time lag is available for all of you to consider and answer the question. And it is only on my prompt of passing on the question to the next team will the next team attempt to answer the question. Please do not be in a hurry to answer any questions because you can answer only once for one question. You will not be given more number of answers, will not be accepted. Clear so far? Any questions? If you have any questions, please unmute and ask me at this point in time. Yes, please unmute.
Yes. So what's the point for the past question?
See, 10 questions, you're asking the scoring pattern.
Yes.
If you have given the correct answer, you get 10 marks. Suppose team 1, I will just go through it, then I will. Team 1 does not answer, it passes to team 2. Team 2 also does not answer, it comes to team 3. Team 3 gives the correct answer, they will get 10 marks.
No,
Right?
Thank you, sir.
Clear? So
yeah.
If all of you are well prepared, I don't think it will happen. If it goes from team 1 to team 6 and nobody has answered, then I will flash the answer on the slide and tell you what the answer is. And then the question will pass on to the next team. Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Shall we proceed now with the little bit of rules before we get on to the quizzing? Okay. Announcement of scores. Now, 6 questions will be considered one segment. At the end of every segment, that is at the end of every 6 questions, the scorekeeper will come on screen and announce the scores. This score announcement will be cumulative. If at any point in time, when the scores are announced by the scorekeeper at the end of the segment, if any team has a disagreement, please raise the disagreement of your scores then and there. And the organizing committee will look into it and give you an answer then and there. Disagreement of scores at the end of the total quiz will not be accepted. I hope this is very clear. If any, this is for the 24 straight answer questions. There will be, when the multiple choice comes up, I will spell out the scoring pattern and the rules for that. I do not want to load you up with too many rules. There is a very, very important rule which I am now giving out. That is why I've kept it to the last before the general rules. Amongst the 2 of you in each team, only one person to give me an answer. If due to your enthusiasm, both participants give me an answer, and even if that answer is correct, it will not be accepted and I will pass on the question to the next team. So what I suggest is between the 2 of you, either nominate who would answer or evolve any methodology by which only one of the participants answer. I hope this is very clear. Okay, now some general rules. I mean, this would have already been given to you. All teams to log in on one laptop only. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see your laptops. So if you could position yourself so that I could see the laptops, but this rule I think has already been complied with. Only the registered participants should participate. Mobile phones are strictly not permitted. They should be switched off. In case you have it on your silent mode, as and when I'm taking you through the next 2 or 3 rules, I would request you to please check your phones if you have it on person and use this time before we commence this quiz to switch off your phones. Don't keep it even on your silent mode, because if it vibrates, it will distract your attention, and from personal experience, put everything out of your mind except this quiz for the next hour or hour and a half when it is continuing. No reference material permitted. And finally, as all quiz masters say, the quiz master's decision is final. So with this, I come to the end of my rules. Happy quizzing all of you. And in case, I will give another few seconds to raise any doubts that you have. And if you do not have any questions, all the best, all of you, and we will start rolling with the quiz. All good? All ready? Let me see a thumbs up from all teams. All the best. Question 1 coming up to team 1. Who was the first soldier ever from the Indian subcontinent to be awarded the Victoria Cross? Your time starts now.
Sir, can we answer? Kudadat Khan.
Who had answered? Was it team 1?
Yes, sir.
Kudadat Khan is the right answer. Well begun, half done. 10 marks to team 1. Well begun, half done. Now, before we go to the question 2, for your information, the Kudadat Khan is, after partition, belongs to 11th Balut Regiment, which is now in Pakistan. And incidentally, on the same day, there was another Indian who was awarded the Victoria Cross. He was Dewan Singh Negi from the Gadwal Rifles. But because Kudadat Khan's fighting action came earlier, he is considered to be the first person to have been awarded the Victoria Cross. And Dewan Singh Negi's son and grandson both rose to the rank of colonel in the Gadwal Rifles. Now we go to question number 2. Question number 2 goes to team 2. Name the place in Europe where a memorial exists dedicated exclusively to the memory of nearly 5,000 Indian soldiers who died during fighting in that continent during the First World War. Your time starts now. And if you know the answer, you can answer before the time lapses.
Sir, is this Neuve Chapelle?
Neuve Chapelle is the right answer. Well done, team 2. Well begun. Is done. And why Neuve Chapelle was chosen was because it was here that the Indian Corps fought its action as a single unit. Well done, team 2. Next question goes to team 3. What was the world's first commando force created by the British Indian Army during the Burma campaign of the Second World War for deep penetration behind the enemy lines called? Your time starts now.
Assam Regiment.
Is the wrong answer. Question passes to team 4.
Sir, is it Chindit?
Chindit is the right answer. Well done, team 4. 10 marks to team 4. And for those of you who are buffs of reading and want to read a really interesting account of the Chindits, read this book by John Masters, The Road Past Mandale. It really is a fantastic recounting of the Chindits campaign. Next question coming up to team 4. Name the earliest aircraft flown by the Royal Indian Air Force. Time starts now.
I don't know. Sir, is it Westland
Yeah. Yes, I give it to you. Westland Wapiti is the right answer. 10 marks to team 4. It looks like it's going to be a neck-on-neck race. Well done, well done, well done. Now a little information about the Westland Wapiti. This was the first aircraft to fly over the Mount Everest on the 3rd of April 1933 by Lieutenant David McIntyre and Sir Douglas Hamilton. And 80 years later, his grandson, that is Hamilton's grandson, flew an aircraft again to mark the 80th anniversary on 3rd of April 2013. Next question goes to team 5. Apart from the phrase Jai Hind, which the soldiers of INA used as the standard form of greeting each other, what was the slogan that inspired them most in their anti-British campaign? Time starts now.
Hello, sir.
I couldn't hear you. Tell me again.
Delhi Chalo.
Delhi Chalo is the right answer. Well begun is half done for team 5 also. This battle cry was given by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Next question going to team 6. In which year did the Royal Indian Navy mutiny take place? Time starts now.
Okay.
Did I hear? No. Time over. The question passes to team 1.
Sir, 1946.
1946 is the right answer, and team 1 gets those points. Now, this particular mutiny was put down by the British, as was their wont, by brute force and guile. 476 soldiers were dismissed, but unfortunately, none of them were reinstated either by the Indian Army or the Pakistan Army, even after independence. Next question goes to team 6 again. We will now be going in the reverse direction. Who was the first Indian to head the Indian Navy? Your time starts now. Time over. The question passes to team 5. Team 5, I cannot hear you. Question passes to team 4.
Sir, it's Ramdas Katari.
Which team was this which answered?
Team 4.
Team 4, you have got it, nailed it right, 10 marks to team 4. Incidentally, there is a very, very interesting autobiography written by him saying a sailor remembers. It's worth reading. Now, I'm sorry, at the end of the 6 questions, we should have had the score. We will ask Samyukta to present the score at the end of the 6 questions, not after this, at the end of 6. Samyukta, please waiting for the scores.
Okay, at the end of segment 1, we have team 1, that's WCC, with 20 points. Team 2, Ashoka College with 10 points. Team 3, Guru Nanak, nil. Team 4, Indraprastha with 20 points. Team 5, Valiyamal at 10 points. And Team 6, Muthukumaran College at nil. So we have a tie between WCC and Indraprastha as of now with 20. They're leading. Thank you.
Okay, team 2 seems to have raised their hands. What's your question, please?
Sir, I think this is unfair advantage for team 4 here, because the 2 questions are asked to them simultaneously, and the rest of the teams do not have the opportunity to answer those questions. So yeah, it's not against team 4 or anything, but it's giving them an undue advantage over here, sir. It's general, not just team 3, but in any general questions.
I see the questions, we will discuss it at the end, are going clockwise, anti-clockwise. I think I have been asking questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the thing is, if the question is passed, then the next thing will be going to the other team, and if it's that team's turn, they'll also get to answer their own questions. So they'll have a double questions, double points over there.
This quiz has been designed. This particular issue we will take up. If there is any issue regarding your scores, we will take it up now. Otherwise, we will proceed with the quiz. Okay.
All right, sir. Please continue.
Yeah. Team 4, you have a question?
Right, somewhere on the same lines, because I think we answered 3 questions, right? Our own question, and 2 past questions. So, and our score was announced as 20. So shouldn't it be 3 into 10 as 30?
That was in the end first, you answered the 7th question also. That I'm going to announce in the next segment.
All right.
So this is only for the first 6 I've answered. I mean, I've given you the scores.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. There was a mistake on my part as a quiz master. At the end of every segment, at the end of every segment, you will get the scores. Shall we proceed now?
Sir,
No more questions.
so we are able to hear, sir.
Sorry?
Sir? So we are team 5, so we have been unable to connect. We said the answer that for the question. First Indian. First Indian Navy Army. We said that Kunjali Marakar. Is it right, sir?
No. Anyway, the answer was wrong. And if there is a technical glitch, unfortunately, you have to pay the price. Okay? We are not responsible for the technical glitch. Next question goes to team 5. During the first Kashmir War of 1947-48, in which town did the invading tribal militia pass to plunder and rape, which gave the Indian Army the crucial hours to land troops in Srinagar to defend it? Your time starts now. Let's go to team 4.
Ladakh, sir.
Ladakh is the wrong answer. Wait for the 30 seconds, please.
Do we have this, team 4?
No, please wait for the 30 seconds. I will pass it on to you. Hold on. Passes to team 4.
Is it Naushera sector?
Naushera is the wrong answer. Passes to team 3.
Sir, Muzaffarabad.
Muzaffarabad is the wrong answer. Passes to team 2.
Sir, Mirpur massacre.
That is all. Can I have that again?
Mirpur massacre.
Mirpur massacre says team 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
That is the wrong answer. Passes to team 1.
Sir, Baramulla.
Baramulla is the right answer. You nailed it, team 1. Baramulla is the right answer.
Fine.
Baramulla, incidentally, is also known as the Valley of Flowers and boasts of the highest green golf course in the world. Next question coming up to team 4. Who was the first Indian Army officer to be killed in action during the Kashmir War of 1947-48? Your time starts now.
Lieutenant Colonel Rai.
Lieutenant Colonel Rai, yes, okay, I will. Can you expand on that?
We were just confused between two answers, so we took a guess, like Brigadier Usman and...
Okay, I don't worry, I will give it to you, even if you've not given me the full name. It is Lieutenant Colonel Diwan Ranjit Rai. That is the correct answer. They get their points. Now, a word about this particular officer. It was 3 days back, 27th October, we celebrated the Infantry Day. And it was on this particular day in 1947 that Colonel Diwan Ranjit Rai, along with one Sikh as the CO of the battalion, landed in Srinagar. Unfortunately, he lost his life to a Pakistani bullet and was also awarded the Mahavir Chakra. And that is why we celebrate this as Infantry Day. And he was killed in action on Baramulla. And we gratefully remember him for his gallant actions on that particular day. Next question coming up goes to team 3. Name the Indian Infantry Battalion which took the brunt of the initial Chinese attack at Namka Chu Valley in the 1962 war, fought bravely against heavy odds and suffered a heavy toll of casualties. Your time starts now.
Sir, is it Gharwan Rifles?
No, wrong answer. Please wait for the 30 seconds. Yes, question passes to team 2.
So we would go for the Kumaun regiment.
No, wrong answer. Question passes to team 1. No answer. Question passes to team 6. No answer. Passes to team 5. Passes to team 4.
Sir, is it 155 and 157?
No, that is the wrong answer. This is the first question in which I think none of the teams have been able to answer. The answer is 2 Rajput. And just to give you an idea of the ferocity of the battle, 2 Rajput at 530 all ranks present, 282 were killed, 171 were taken prisoners of war, out of which 81 were wounded, and there were 60 survivors. That was the ferocity of the battle which took place at Namchaku. The next question coming up, question goes to team 2. To which place on the Sino-Indian border did the Indian Army airlift tanks to counter the armor threat during the 1962 war with China? Your time starts now.
So is it Chushul?
Absolutely right. You nailed it. 10 marks to this team, and it indeed is Chushul. And Chushul, incidentally, is one of the 5 officially agreed border personal meeting points where the Chinese and the Indian Army meet to sort out their border problems. Next question coming up to team 1. Under what code name did Pakistan undertake a covert operation in 1965 to infiltrate Jammu and Kashmir with its troops disguised as civilians to foment a rebellion among the local population, which triggered the war with India. Your time starts now.
Sir, Operation Gibraltar.
Absolutely, you nailed it, Team 1. Well done. Operation Gibraltar is indeed the right answer. And that name was chosen to draw a parallel to the conquest of Portugal and Spain in the Muslim invasion which took place, that was launched from the port of Gibraltar in 711 AD. We will now wait for Samyukta to give us the scores at the end of this segment.
Okay, at the end of segment 2, we have Team 1 WCC at 40, Team 2 Ashoka College at 20, Guru Nanak is still nil, Team 3, Team 4 Indraprastha at 40, Team 5 they have entered the race, so it's at 10, and Team 6 Muthukumaran at nil. Thank you.
All right. All okay with the scores, teams? Okay, I guess it's fine. Yeah, we proceed with the quiz. The next question coming to Team 1. Which was the township in Pakistan, barely a kilometer away from Lahore, which was captured by 3 Jat, commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Desmond Hayde in a historic battle during the 1965 war? Your time starts now. No negative marking, you could always take a guess.
Sir, Dograin.
I'm sorry, we cannot accept. 30 seconds over. Passes to Team 2.
Sir, Batapur.
No,
yeah.
Sorry, it's not that. Nowhere near. Passes to Team 3. Passes to Team 4. Passes to Team 5.
Karachi or Punjab, sir?
Wrong. Passes to Team 6. Time over. It was Dograi, one of the most iconic battles, the Battle of Dograi. And Lieutenant Colonel Desmond Hayde was the commanding officer of this battalion. I had the fortune of being a close friend of his son, Michael Hayde, during my career in the army. We've had long conversations about what was the kind of battle that his father went through. And I mean, it is really something to be listened to. Next question coming up to Team 2. The captain of INS Kukri, which was torpedoed and sunk by a Pakistani submarine during the 1971 war, went down with the ship, refusing to abandon it in the greatest of naval traditions, and was posthumously awarded the Mahavir Chakra. Who was this gallant captain? Your time starts now.
So Captain M.N. Mullah.
Absolutely right. You nailed that answer. 10 marks to Team 2. It indeed was Captain Mahendranath Mullah. Incidentally, in this tragic incident, 18 officers and 178 sailors died, and only 6 officers and 61 have survived. And one of those officers who survived has written in his memoirs that the last thing that we'll remember forever was Captain Mullah calmly smoking a cigarette on the bridge of a ship, handing over his life-saving gear to another sailor before he went down with his ship. As it said, in the greatest of naval traditions. Next question coming up to Team 3. Flying Officer Nirmal Jeet Singh Sekon was the first officer of the Indian Air Force to be awarded the Paramveer Chakra. He was killed in aerial combat during the 1971 war while defending an air base. Which was this air base? Your time starts now. Take a guess.
Sir, Srinagar Air Base.
Bingo! You nailed it. 10 marks to team 3. Absolutely right. Just a word about this brave officer. It was an aerial combat of 6 aircrafts versus 1 because his wingman unfortunately was not able to make it to that dogfight on time. And the Pakistani pilot who shot him down was Salim Beg Mishra, who later wrote in an article appreciating the bravery and the flying skills of Nirmal Jeet Singh Sekon. Our salutes to this brave officer. Next question coming up to team 4. Second Lieutenant Arun Ketarpal was the youngest Indian Army officer to be awarded the Paramveer Chakra. He was killed in action during a hotly contested battle of the 1971 war. Which was this battle? Your time starts now.
Sir, Battle of Basanta.
Bingo, bang on, you nailed it. Team 4 gets 10 points. It was indeed the Battle of Basanta. This young 21-year-old officer knocked out 3 of the enemy tanks and he was also wounded. And when the 4th tank was coming close, it was hardly 75 yards. He had been ordered to abandon his tank because of his injuries. And the last words heard on radio by Ketarpal was, "No, sir, I will not abandon my tank. My main gun is still working." Very hats off to this hero also. Next question coming up to team 5. Name the place near Dhaka where the Indian paratroopers landed towards the end of the Bangladesh Liberation War, hastening the surrender of the Pakistani troops. Your time starts now. If you say the answer, I can't hear it, please. Team 5.
It's been near the Afghani place, sir.
No, that is the wrong answer. Please wait for the mandatory 30 seconds. Yeah. Yes, question passes to team 6. No answer. Question passes to team 1.
Answer. Sir, Pungli Bridge.
Pungli Bridge is the wrong answer. Question passes to team 2.
Sir, Tangail.
Tangail, bingo, you nailed it. 10 marks. And Tangail incidentally was the place, and my battalion, which was initially 8 paras, I am from 12 mechanized infantry, were earmarked to land at Tangail or be paradrop. But unfortunately, due to last minute change in plans, that did not happen. Next question coming up to team 6. In which year did the Indian troops occupy the Saltora Ridge, which dominates the Siachen Glacier? Your time starts now.
It's on 1971.
Wrong answer. Question passes to team 1. No answer. Question passes to team 2.
1984.
1984 is the right answer. Yes. To that team.
Okay, we should.
Incidentally, that was the date 1984. Next, we will have the scores coming up now before we proceed with the quiz.
I just need 1 minute. Sorry.
Yeah, please take your time. I will tell you something about the Siachen Glacier since the Saltora Ridge came up there. I was posted in a place called NJ9842. You can Google it a little later and see. It is the northernmost demarcated point on the Indo-Pak ceasefire line. Somebody with a real nice sense of humor had named that post Gulab. All I could see was emptiness, emptiness, white, white, and only snow. And when I landed up there, they told me, "Sir, welcome. You are welcome to Gulab." So that is where I was posted in the Siachen Glacier for my tenure of 3 months. So since she's commuting the scores, I thought I'll tell you a little bit about how it was. It was a very avalanche-prone area, sub-zero temperatures, but all in then an experience, unforgettable experience, which I carry in my heart. And those men with whom I have served, I'm still in contact with.
Thank you, sir. At the end of segment 3, we have Team 1 WCC at 40, then Team 2 Ashoka at 50, Team 3 Guru Nanak at 10, Team 4 Indraprastha at 50, Team 5 Valyamal at 20, and Team 6 still at nil. Thank you.
All right, everybody. We now proceed. Next question coming up to Team 6. Which type of helicopter did the Indian Air Force use to airlift troops to the Siachen Glacier during Operation Meghdoot to occupy the vital passes? Your time starts now.
AN 512.
No, that is not the right answer. Please wait for the mandatory 30 seconds to get over. The question will pass to Team 5 when I say so. Question passes to Team 5.
N4, sir. N4.
N4 is the wrong answer. Question passes to Team 4.
Sir, it is cheetah.
Bang on, Hal Cheetah, you have got it right. 10 marks to this team. Incidentally, a word about this helicopter. When I was there in Siachen, the French had come to see as to how this particular helicopter is performing at such heights of about 18 or 19,000 feet. They were flabbergasted to see what was the performance of this helicopter. The pilots who flew it and this machine were really to be appreciated. Many a life have been saved because of this machine and the helicopter pilots who flew it. Going on to the next question. Question goes to Team 5. During the Siachen conflict, the Pakistan Army once occupied a piece which overlooks the Indian positions and named it Qaid after the founder of Pakistan. Indian Army captured the post in a daring assault and renamed it after the gallant JCO who led the assault. What is this post called? Your time starts now.
Border.
Team 5, please answer. Can I have it again?
Niara border.
Spell it, please.
Niara border.
Spell it.
NEIDER. Niara border.
No. That is the wrong answer. The time is over. Passes to Team 4.
It's Bana Top. BANA.
Yes, absolutely. You nailed it. 10 marks to this team. Bana Post is indeed the right answer. And incidentally, he has retired as an honorary captain. This JCO, when he led the assault, was from 8 Jackalai. I had the honor and privilege of listening to this action of his when I was a student officer in one of the courses, and from a very unassuming and a very, very down-to-earth JCO. And after he spoke about his operation, we were also flabbergasted that in most armies, please take it from me, they would not even attempt such an operation thinking it to be foolhardy. Not only did he attempt it, he also succeeded admirably in his operation, and his son has joined the same battalion and now hopes to emulate his father and his heroic feats. Hats off, one of the few living Paramveer Chakras in the Indian Army. I think there are only 3 of them. Next question going to Team 4. Prior to India committing its troops in Sri Lanka in 1987, while civil war raged in that country, the Indian Air Force undertook a humanitarian mission to airdrop supplies in the strife-torn town of Jaffna. What was this mission code named? Your time starts now.
Operation Pavan.
Operation Pavan is the wrong answer. Please wait for the mandatory 30 seconds. The question will go to Team 3. Please hold on. Question passes to team 3.
Operation Rohtak.
Wrong answer, team 2.
Operation Pumale.
Bang on, you nailed it. Operation Pumalai is indeed the right answer. Well done. And incidentally, this airdrop happened after a flotilla of ships carrying relief supplies was stopped by the Sri Lankan Navy and turned back. Since the Indian government said that we will not take this slap in the face, this airdrop was carried out with information to the Sri Lankan government with Mirage escorting. And we sent a very, very clear message that when we intend to do a thing, it will be carried out, and Operation Pumalai was carried out. But the unfortunate part is, it is ironical that we finally ended up fighting the LTTE, even though we were airdropping supplies, but that's another story. Next question, going to team 3. In which operation in Sri Lanka by IPKF did the Marcos Marine Commandos of the Indian Navy participate actively, destroying LTTE speedboats? Your time starts now. You could hazard a guess.
Operation Pavan.
Bang in the nick of time. Operation Pavan is indeed the right answer, and you made it there in the nick of time. Well done. 10 marks to this team. Operation Pavan is also incidentally known as the Forgotten War. Okay, very, very well done. You took a chance and you hit it bang on the head. Next question coming up to team 2. Due to poor intelligence, an entire platoon of the Indian infantry in Sri Lanka during the early part of the operations was wiped out in an ambush, save one survivor. Which battalion of the Indian infantry did the platoon belong to? Your time starts now.
So is this the Sikh Light Infantry, 13 Sikh Light Infantry?
Bang on, 13 Sikh Light Infantry is indeed the right answer. Very, very well done. And before I move on to the next question, a couple of inputs. This also was known as the Jaffna University helidrop. A very, very tragic incident for the Indian Army. The 10 para commandos were supposed to land in a football field, take out the entire LTTE leadership, and 13 Sikh Alai was supposed to link up with them. The radio transmissions got intercepted, and the LTTE was waiting with their machine guns and their snipers, due to which this happened. And Sipai Gora Singh is the only survivor of 30 of his platoons. 29 perished. Unfortunate. Next question, going to team 1. Name the Indian Ocean island nation where a joint operation of the Indian Army, Navy, and Air Force thwarted a coup in 1988. Your time starts now. Hazard a guess.
Maldives coup.
Wow, I told you, you took a chance. I don't know if you took a chance, but that is the right answer. Maldives, indeed. 10 points to this team. And incidentally, late Brigadier FFC Bulzara, who was then commanding the para brigade and also was from a battalion that is X8 paras, was the first officer to touch Maldives. He was the first one to jump out of the aircraft and has a standing invitation. His family has a standing invitation to be a state guest of Maldives till this particular date. We will now have Samyukta giving you the scores at the end of this segment. After this, we shall be going in for the multiple choice questions.
Okay. At the end of segment 4, we have WCC at 50, Team 2 Ashoka at 70. We have Team 3 Guru Nanak at 20, and Team 4 Indraprastha at 70. Team 5 Valyamal at 20, and team 6 still at nil.
Team 6, I'm sure you will do some catching up in this segment. Okay, all the best. Okay, now we come to the multiple choice questions. Now, before the commencement of the multiple choice questions, I will take you through the scoring pattern of the multiple choice questions, and rest remains unchanged. In each question which is being asked in the multiple choice questions, you will have a choice of 4. So let us say I post the question to team 1 and team 1 gives me the correct answer, they will get 10 marks. If team 1 gives the wrong answer, the question will pass to team 2, which now has to give an answer of 3 choices instead of 4. And therefore, if they get the correct answer, they will get 5 points. If they also get the answer wrong, it will pass to the next team, which has a choice of only 2. If they get it right, then they get 3 points. So you can score either 10, 5 or 3. If they also get it wrong, obviously the 4th answer is the one which is the correct answer. Now a point of caution, when it flashes on the screen, you will have to read out which is your choice. Not tell me it is option A, B or C or the 3rd one or the 2nd one. You have to read out which is your choice. Apart from that, there are no changes regarding the timings, etc., which I've told you earlier, and you will not be allowed to pass a question in this. Since the answers are already being given to you, you have to choose one of the 4 options as and when it comes to you. Are we clear on this? In case you have any doubts, please raise your hands. If not, we will commence with the multiple choice questions. Yes, somebody has raised their hand, please.
Hello, sir. So the passing of the questions itself, I didn't get the last part. We didn't get. See,
what I'm saying is, when the questions come to you, you don't have a choice to pass the question because 4 options are listed out in front of you, either 4 or 3 or 2, depending on where you are. So when the question comes to you, you have to exercise an option to answer. You cannot pass it.
Yes.
Clear?
Clear, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Yeah, I think there are no other queries regarding this. So we will now commence with the multiple choice questions, with the first multiple choice question going to team 1. Which of the following weapons of the Indian artillery played a decisive role in the Kargil conflict of 1999 with its firepower? You have 4 options listed in front of you. You could exercise any one of the options. And when you give me the answer, you will have to read out that particular option. Your time starts now. This wasn't go first, you know?
Sir, 3rd option. 122 millimeter.
Wrong. Next. Hold on. We will wait for the 30 seconds. Hold on. We'll wait for the 30 seconds. Team 2.
So 155 mm field howitzer 77B.
Yes, that is the correct answer. So you get 5 points. This incidentally was also known as the Bofors gun. I mean, irrespective of the scandal which surrounded the kickbacks and other things, as a weapon, it was one of the best artillery pieces, which is what my course-mates and others who have used it have told me. Now going on to the next question. Question goes to team 2. Which of the following battalions of the Indian infantry hoisted the tricolor on Tiger Hill towards the last phase of the Kargil conflict of 1999? Your time starts now.
Sir, we are going with 18 Grenadiers.
18 Grenadiers is indeed the correct answer. Well done. And incidentally, the Sipai Yogendra Singh Yadav is the youngest PVC holder in the Indian Army. And when he was 19 years old, he won his PVC in this particular action. Proud of this soldier. Somebody has not muted, kindly mute. Next question going on to team 3. Which of the following aircraft was not used by the Indian Air Force in the Kargil conflict of 1999? Your time starts now.
Hawker Hunter.
Hawker Hunter is indeed the right answer. Full marks to this team. Going on to the next question, which goes to team 4. Which of the following states in India has succeeded in putting down the insurgency by using its own police force with no military assistance? Your time starts now.
Is it Tripura?
Don't ask me, is it Tripura?
Tripura.
The answer. Tripura is indeed the correct answer. So for the first time, the quizmaster has been asked a question by one of the participants. Well done, you've got the answer right. Okay, that is the correct answer. Full marks to this. Next question going on to team 5. Which of the following northeastern states entered into a peace agreement with the government of India, shunned the insurgency, and since has been progressing, overtaking most other Indian states in Human Development Index? Your time starts now.
Nagaland.
Is the wrong answer. We will wait for the mandatory 30 seconds before I pass it on to the next team, which will be team 6. Hold on, team 6.
Sir.
Question passes to team 6.
Is it Assam? Assam.
Is the wrong answer. Question passes to team 1.
Mizoram.
They said Mizoram. That is the correct answer. Therefore, you get 3 points for this particular answer. Next question going to team 6. To which year can the origin of the ongoing Kashmir insurgency be traced? Your time starts now.
It's 1979.
1979 is not the correct answer. Please wait for the mandatory 30 seconds before it goes to team 1.
1999.
Passes to 1.
Sir, 1989.
1989 is indeed the right answer. This team gets 5 marks. Next, hold on. We will have the scores given out by Samyukta before the last 6 questions come up.
So before I read out the score, can we have team 6 to rename themselves to the this thing? It should say the college name and the team name. I see some other name every time it comes up. So that is one.
Yes, okay, we will do that. Okay, yes.
Thank you. Okay, at the end of segment 5, we have team 1 WCC with 58 points, team 2 Ashoka at 85, team 3 Guru Nanak at 30, team 4 Indraprastha at 80, team 5 Valiamal at 20, and team 6 still at nil. Thank you.
All right. The scores have been also checked by the various teams. I hope that is okay. We will now be going to the last 6 questions. Question now coming up for team 6. Which of the following UN missions saw a para-trained medical unit of the Indian Army participating in a US Army airborne operation called Operation Tomahawk? Your time starts now.
Once your presented screen is not shown in our PC. Once again. 1 second.
Sorry.
Your presented
Question.
screen is, we can't see that. It's
You
not,
cannot.
1 second, yes.
Okay, I will read it out for you again. And I do grant this. We will go over this question again since the screen is not there. We will not take this 30 seconds. We are starting the question again. Please listen to it carefully. Okay. Which of the following UN missions saw a para-trained medical unit of the Indian Army participating in a US Army airborne operation called Operation Tomahawk? You have 4 choices: Korea, Angola, Sierra Leone, or Cambodia. Please note this down on the paper. Korea, Angola, Sierra Leone, or Cambodia. Your time starts now.
It's Korea.
What can I hear it?
1 second, yes.
Did you say Korea?
Yes.
Yes, Korea is the right answer. 10 marks. Before I go on to the next question, this particular mission deserves some mention, so I will take about 30 seconds. The unit which was inducted for this mission was 60 para-field ambulance. Para-field ambulance means they move their medical supplies and they are mobile. When they were inducted there, they had a daredevil commanding officer by the name of Lieutenant Colonel A.G. Rangaraj. He was India's first paratrooper. And there is a very interesting incident which happened that when they got inducted, he had 6 officers and about 346 men with him, and all the medical supplies to treat the people in the field, the battle casualties. And as soon as they landed there, within a few days, the Chinese, this was the war in Korea, Chinese had broken in and they were on the verge of capturing the supplies of all medicines and other supplies which 60 para-field ambulance had. Colonel Rangaraj said, if my supplies are captured, I will be of no use to treat these people. And suddenly they found there was an abandoned train somewhere, a steam engine. I do not know how the doctor had this idea that he could operate a steam engine. He got hold of somebody with his innovativeness, got the steam engine going by using this 340 men to carry water by forming a bucket brigade, got the steam engine started, loaded the supplies and took it across back to our safety before the Han River Bridge was blown up by the communists. Not only that, there was a hospital in a place called Daegu, and he treated both North and South Korean casualties, and they were all known as the angels in maroon beret and welcomed everywhere. This hospital in Daegu was known as the death hospital. Even wounded soldiers did not want to go there because everybody who went there died. But when the detachment which belonged to 60 para-field ambulance took it over, they turned it over and this hospital came to be known as the Life Hospital. So the yeoman service was endured by this para-field ambulance, and a lot of accolades to this officer, Colonel Rangaraj, who was a graduate of the Madras Medical College, where he studied in 1931. And South Korea remembers him very fondly, and they treated about 2 lakh casualties and performed 2,300 field surgeries. And in the year 2022, he was named as the Hero of the Month by South Korea. I took a little time because this is a little forgotten. Generally, we know battles in 47, 48, then in 62, 65, 71, Kargil and Meghdut, but this was a forgotten chapter. So I thought I'll take a little more time. Next question coming up. Question goes to team 5. In which of the following UN missions was Captain S.S. Salaria of the Indian Army killed in action and posthumously awarded the Paramveer Chakra? It is Rwanda, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Mozambique, or Congo. Your time starts now.
Ethiopia, Eritrea.
Is the wrong answer. Please hold on for the mandatory 30 seconds. Question will now go to team 4. After the 30 seconds, please hold on. Yes, question passes to team 4.
It's Congo.
Did you say Congo?
Yes.
Yes, that is the right answer. 5 marks to be awarded to this team. Incidentally, he is the only UN peacekeeper to be awarded the Paramveer Chakra. Next question going to team 4. Which of the following Indian generals served as the United Nations Force Commander? You have 4 choices: General Timaya, General Thorat, General Satish Nambiar, and General R.S. Norana. Your time starts now. Take a chance.
Is it Lieutenant General Satish Nambiar?
You're asking me or you're telling me?
It is. It's
Again, at 27 seconds, you have got the right answer. Well done. That indeed is the right answer. He is an officer who belongs to my regiment. That is the Mechanized Infantry Regiment. I've had the honor and privilege of listening to a few of his lectures, and a very, very respected general, both in the Indian Army and by the UN forces. Next question coming up and going to team 3. In which of the following UN missions did the Indian Air Force participate? Your time starts now. Middle East, Korea, Congo, or Somalia?
Somalia.
That is the wrong answer. Please wait for the mandatory 30 seconds. The question will pass to team 2. Please wait. Team 2, your choice.
Korea.
Wrong. Question passes to team 1.
Congo.
Right answer. 3 marks to this team. Next question coming up to team 2. What was the massive rescue operation carried out by the Indian Air Force to evacuate civilians stranded by the North Indian floods of 2013, which is considered the largest civilian rescue operations using helicopters carried out by any Air Force in the world, codenamed? You have a choice of Operation Imdad, Rahat, Trishul, or Gagan Shakti. Your time starts now.
Sir, Operation Rahat.
Yes, that is the right answer. Full marks to you. Incidentally, in this operation, 3,500 missions were flown, about 20,000 civilians airlifted, and 800 tons of relief material was heli-dropped or carried. Next question going to team 1. In which of the following neighboring countries did the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force carry out a massive rescue and relief operation called Operation Maitri following an earthquake in the year 2015? You have a choice between Bhutan, Myanmar, Nepal, and Bangladesh, and your time starts now. This incidentally is the last question.
Nepal.
Is the right answer. Nepal is the right answer. Full marks given to them. It was, now we will wait for the final scores to be given to Samyukta.
I will just require a minute.
Yeah, please take your time. I will keep them occupied in the meanwhile. As she is, computing the scores. So I will tell you, for those of you who are book buffs, if you can see this book. This book is called Beyond NJ 9842 and has been authored by Nitin A. Gokhale, who I think wrote it in 1987. Most authentic and interesting accounts of what happened in the Siachen Glacier. And it is indeed a gripping account of the Siachen Glacier saga. So when she is computing, her results, in case any of you want to, chip in with anything, teams can unmute and one by one, please interact.
Sir, ready when you are.
You ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Teams, okay, please keep yourself muted, and Samyukta will now give you the final scores.
Yeah, at the end of the final segment, segment 6, we have team 1, WCC at 71. Okay, team 2, Ashoka at 95. Team 3, Guru Nanak at 30. Team 4, Indraprastha at 95. Team 5, Valiamal at 20. And Muthukumaran team 6 has finally entered and with a score of 10. So we have a tie with team 2 and 4 at 95 points.
Tie. All right. Now, since we have the tie for which position, Samyukta?
We have a tie for first and second position. At third place, we have WCC.
Okay.
So first and
No,
second.
Okay, great. Okay, now it is very interesting. We will go into the tiebreaker round. Teams 1 and 2, or the teams which are tied, I will now tell you what is the rule for the tiebreaker round. Sir, tiebreaker. This is how the tiebreaker round will work. It is called closest to the bullseye. Okay. The question will be asked and the answer is a numerical figure. So we will have the answers given out by both teams. So both the teams, you have your pen and paper, please be ready with your answers. The moment I answer, both teams will give me the answer, and the answer which is closest to the numerical figure will be taken as the correct answer. I will give you an example. Suppose the question that I asked is what were the number of prisoners of war who were taken in the 1971 Indo-Pak War. The correct answer is 93,000. Let us say team 1 says 80,000 and team 1 says 90,000. 90,000 is closest to the actual figure. Therefore, that team will be considered the winner. Point clear? Is it clear? If it's clear, please put up, show me a thumbs up. The other team which is competing with this team, please put up a thumbs up so that I can see that you understood.
I have a doubt. Is it how much time will we get?
How much time will you get for considering this? The same 30 seconds will be given for consideration. And after 30 seconds and after ringing the bell, you will give me the answer simultaneously. Is that clear? Okay. Timing is the same 30 seconds. Are both the teams ready for the tiebreaker? You're ready? Shall we go ahead? The tiebreaker, first tiebreaker question coming up. Even if it does not come up on your screen, okay, there it is, the tiebreaker question. How many Indian soldiers were killed in action during the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War? Both your times start now. And when I say, give me the answers, you will give me the answers simultaneously. Time starts now. Yes, I want your answers now.
4K? 4,000?
What was that, please?
4,000, around 4,000.
Okay, you said 4,000. Next team.
Yes, sir. So we are going with the number 3,900.
You are going with 3,000?
900. So
you are going with 3,900.
Yes.
Other team is 4,000. Okay. The actual answer is 1421. Therefore, the team which was closest to that was the team which said 3900. Well done, well done. Anyway, very closely fought contest and a very interesting quiz, which I thoroughly enjoyed participating with all of you. Well done, both team 1 and team 2. With this, I will hand over the proceedings to the Master of Ceremonies. I really did enjoy quizzing with you. And in case I am around, hope to see all of you again next year. Well done, all 6 finalists. Thank you very much. Signing off. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Colonel Sundar. That was excellent as always. And we've had a wonderful day of quizzing. Congratulations to all of you for your spirited participation in the quiz. Many congratulations to the 3 winning teams as well. Next, I call upon our founder and chief coordinator of the event, Captain D.P. Ramachandran, to address you. But before I hand it over to him, I'd like to read a short biography of Captain Ramachandran. Captain D.P. Ramachandran is a war veteran and a military history enthusiast who has authored 3 books and a number of articles on the topic in various publications, besides being the founder and managing trustee of our organization. While his first book is an account of his first-hand experience as a tank commander in the 1971 Bangladesh War, the second book is a battlefield history of South Indian soldiery based on the article on the military history of Madras, which he contributed to the prestigious compendium, Madras, that is Chennai, a 400-year record of the first city of modern India, championed by the Association of British Scholars and British Council Division. His third work is a coffee table book portraying a comprehensive history of the Indian Army through battles it fought over the centuries. After serving in the Army on a short service commission for 10 years, Captain Ramachandran switched over to the corporate career that spanned 36 years, and at the end of which he made Chennai his home. He blogs regularly on the Colors of Glory website. Over to you, Captain.
Good afternoon, all enthusiastic visitors. Very happy to see all of you here. And you should by now recognize me as your humble coordinator who has been dealing with you on WhatsApp. So we are very happy to see us at the beginning, as the MC said, we're having participation from all over India. This is what we've been looking at. We want to reach out to the whole country instead of remaining in. Accidentally, we came across this online quiz idea for last year, and now it's an annual feature. We hope to see you all. I mean, those who haven't left the college by then take part next year also. So interestingly, we got last year's winner, at least one of them, getting the top position. Am I right, Samyukta? The team 2 comes top, right?
So the winners are like team 2 in first place, Ashoka College, and team 4 in second place, Indraprastha, and team 1 WCC at third place.
I see. So congratulations to all of you, and remaining 3 teams also for having come to the finals. So now I would like to, I don't know what to say. Already Aparna has gone ahead and spoken about me. But this quiz should be rather incomplete if I don't introduce our elite team who engineered this wonderful quiz. So, Aparna Chandrasekharan, who was our MC, she only said her name. She is very much a part of the Armed Forces fraternity at large. She's an Air Force child, daughter of late Group Captain Chandrasekharan, and a highly dedicated lady for all causes relating to armed forces. Professionally, a job counselor with a master's degree in social works. She spends all her spare time for this and is a great supporter of ours. Then we have Colonel Sundar, of course. I can skip him because she has already introduced him, except adding a comment that he's a spiritually inclined, lovable fellow. For all his, although you might have felt intimidated by his powerful quizmastership and his David Livingstone looks, he's a wonderful person. So thank you for a wonderful show with it, Colonel Sundar. Now we have Samyukta Vijay Shankar, who was giving out your score. I will score the decisive factors coming to you from her. She's a bundle of energy all rolled in one. Now, she's a prestigious rank holder from the University of Madras, where she obtained a master's degree in econometrics from. And her areas of excellence ranges from swimming to rowing and freelance painting. A spirited volunteer. Had it been she would have been calligraphing all your certificates had it been a in-person quiz. Now we've got Mr. Anand KCR. He's who has been handling this PowerPoint, and all those slides were all calibrated by him, and he's a banker by profession. In fact, a senior official of one of the multinational banks, but at heart a military historian. So his extensive knowledge of military history sort of rather spreads from medieval times to Second World War and Ukraine itself. So you can imagine, I mean, you go to his house, his living room is a virtual war museum. So when you come to Chennai, you can always visit his place till you even go to another war museum. There you are. And then you got Binu Nair, closest to me in age in the group, maybe a little over Sundar, I don't know. So he has been our troubleshooter right from the time for conception, looking after our all kinds of, he's everywhere. He's highly dedicated. I mean, he's an ardent lover of anything related to armed forces, right from the days he was a young NCC cadet. And now, of course, he's also banker, retired though. He's with us, supporting us wholeheartedly in everything. Now we have another gentleman here, Dr. Ramakrishnan Ramani. When I say it, you can say hi so that they can recognize him. He is another, like I said about Sumitra, he's a lot to us. He has been our joint coordinator in events right from the beginning. Then he's got a PhD in defense studies in the University of Madras. He does, in fact, the in-person events, he was our quiz master. He was busy nowadays, so then, we brought it here. And his passionate hobby, photography, has come in handy for us on many occasions, that I must add. Thank you, Ram. Now, we have two of our technical wizards who are missing today. They should have been here. One is Vikram Rajan. He's our principal quiz consultant. He's, about designing this quiz and all. He has been a competitive quizzer for close to 3 decades, winning college quizzes like IIT, Lone Wolf, and several open quizzes. He represented Columbia University and Ivy League colleges, where he earned 2 master's degrees in computational mechanics. After working in finance in New York, he currently works as a management consultant here in India. Now that is Vikram Rajan. He couldn't attend because tied up with. And both of them, of course, they always have commitments. The other is Vignesh, who designed that wonderful prelim quiz of yours yesterday and compiled those results in record time. Vignesh Raja, a BITS Pilani product. He is currently working on a startup of his own, and also is also a strategic consultant. That's your elite team who engineered this event. Please give them a hand, all of you, for making this a great success. So I have nothing more to add. I just want to introduce my team and our team, and thank all of you for this brilliant show today. And thank you all and all 6 teams, and those who couldn't make it to the top also, don't get disappointed. Be there next year also. Keep working on it. You can always, be the winning ones. I don't have to tell you how your awards will be distributed because I have explained all this in WhatsApp. I hope everything is clear. So just follow the instructions, send me the mail IDs, and we'll follow it up. Don't expect me to do anything today. Sunday, I would like to take a rest because you all had me right until midnight working on these things. Tomorrow we'll start on this, and in a week's time, all your awards will be with you. And we look forward to being with us next year also and earning more and more awards. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We will please remain logged in while we play the national anthem before closing the event. Thank you all.
Right. See you next year. Goodbye, all of you. Be here.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful experience.
We learned a lot about
Right.